Now let's come to the next topic of our chapter nutrition, that is chlorophyll and photosynthesis. These three pages in your textbook, that is SSC Telangana textbook, they tell about chlorophyll and photosynthesis. So I have made easy points. Let's discuss that from this textbook. Now, we know that Jean Eigenhorst, we read this scientist's name in the Hydrilla experiment. He was a scientist who made a discovery that uh, during photosynthesis, oxygen is produced in the presence of light, right? He also gave a statement that where does photosynthesis occur? He said that photosynthesis occurs in the green part of the plant. But he did not give a proof of that. So later, other two scientists, Pelletier and Cavento, what they did is they isolated the green colored substance from an extract of leaf and named it chlorophyll. So, along with chlorophyll, two more pigments, carotenoids and phycobilins, help in the process of photosynthesis. This was the discovery made. Now, Julius van Soch found out that chlorophyll is present in organelles named chloroplasts. So, where is chlorophyll present? It is present in organelles named chloroplast, and these are present in the stomatal guard cells and also ground tissues of plants. Now, after this discovery was made, and at that time, to separate the chloroplast, it is very difficult because whenever a leaf is broken and if a cell is broken, then what happens is the whole chloroplast also breaks into pieces. So for that, it is very difficult to break a cell and then to separate the chloroplast also. So this was successful by a scientist named Daniel. He in 1984 had broken plant cell very gently, and this helped him to study photosynthesis in chloroplast carefully. Now let us come to the topic of chloroplast. What is chloroplast? Chloroplast is a membranous structure, and it consists of three membranes. That is, and it contains basically two main parts. There is grana and stroma. What is grana? Grana is a stag-like structure, and it is a third layer. Its function is it traps the solar energy. That is, it takes in solar energy, and in this, a light-dependent reaction occurs. Now, what is stroma? Stroma is an intermediary fluid-filled portion. That is, the middle portion of the chloroplast is stroma. Its function is it is responsible for the enzymatic reactions leading to the synthesis of glucose, thereby forming starch. That is, it helps the plant to form starch by synthesizing reactions of glucose, right? We know glucose is formed in photosynthesis, and in stroma, light independent reaction, or it is also called as dark reaction, occurs. We'll discuss about light independent reaction and light dependent reaction in detail in the next session. Now, what are photosynthetic pigments? Photosynthetic pigments are the substances found in chloroplast which capture sunlight. Now, in chlorophylls also we have two types of chlorophylls. One is chlorophyll A, another one is chlorophyll B. Chlorophyll A is blue-green in color and chlorophyll B is yellow-green in color. Now, if you see this chloroplast, you can see the figure of chloroplast. It is important. So, this is the TS of chloroplast. TS means transverse section of chloroplast. Transverse section means when we cut the this part perpendicularly and neatly, then that is called as transverse section. So if you see here, it consists of a membrane, it consists of this stroma thylakoid, and we know we studied this is your stroma and this is your grana, and this is your grana thylakoid and this is starch grain. Okay, we know starch is produced in photosynthesis, and this is your lipid globule. Now, chlorophyll, now this each thylakoid contains how many membranes? It contains 250 to 400 pigment molecules. So apart from photosynthesis, we know that photosynthesis occurs in chloroplast, but apart from that, there are some different functions also which occur in chloroplast. That is, they convert the light energy into the chemical energy. They split the water molecule, that is also known as photolysis of water, and they reduce the carbon dioxide into carbohydrates. These three activities also occur in chloroplast. Now in my next video, I'm going to say you in detail about the steps which occur in light dependent reaction and light independent reaction.